Welcome, my name is Lance Amato, and the purpose of this series is to shed light on emerging trends and sustainable practices that align with a growing need for solutions in the architectural and design space. In each chapter, I will open the door of discovery to our community and provide references to learn more, which they can apply to their daily practice. In today's chapter, I'd like to talk about green leasing. It's a topic that I came across during research effort I had done for an article I wrote about U.S. energy codes. I was super intrigued in the subject and I wanted to learn more. A green lease really is an obligation between a tenant and a landlord, no different than any other lease that you'd see in the United States. But what made this really interesting is that this lease has very specific guidelines that apply to energy and water conservation that are embedded within the lease. The thought being that the landlord improving their systems and the tenant obligating and signing for a long-term lease would provide mutual benefits both for the building improvement as well as the sustainable principles and guidelines set forth for companies that require various ESG initiatives. So let's break down what makes a green lease so special. Every lease is structured very differently. I'd like to pull out a few examples of what makes this lease type so special, and I'll go through some details further. Energy efficiency. This may require the landlord to implement energy efficient upgrades to a building, such as the installation of energy efficient lighting or HVAC systems. Water conservation. Provisions like this related to water conservation require installation of low flow toilets, faucets, or shower heads. Submetering. Green leases may incorporate provisions allowing landlords to submeter tenant spaces. This is required for energy and emissions monitoring, facilitating reporting, benchmarking, and compliance. Tenants may also be required to report usage outside of the landlord submeter. Indoor air quality. In this case, the lease clause may address ventilation and air filtration in accordance with ASHRAE standards. They might also require tenants to minimize or eliminate the use of toxic cleaning products and paints. Energy renewables. In this case, specific language within a green lease could pertain to financing, installing, and operating on-site solar, or defining a percentage of the tenant's purchased electricity that must come from renewable resources. Sustainable purchasing. Green leases may mandate tenants to choose energy-efficient appliances and or opt for lower carbon building materials during remodels and build-outs. Green certifications. Some green leases require landlords to obtain green building certifications, such as Energy Star, LEED, or BREEAM, to maintain any existing requirements. Local law compliance. In areas with strict building performance standards, green lease language might include provisions for allowing fees and fines to be shared with tenants in case of non-compliance. During my research, it was very interesting to learn that the predominant adoption of green leasing came from international organizations, whose governments traditionally require them to comply with sustainable laws. As a designer working on a project that has a green lease, I highly recommend looking into and researching a bit further those third-party certifications that I had mentioned before. There are commonalities in the certification requirements that are listed in each one of these, and those obligations that have been listed in green leasing. Another very important part to note is that many buildings throughout the United States will need to upgrade their systems and facilities to comply with lease obligations. This may be beneficial to Class A buildings who have systems that just need minor upgrades, but will actually require dramatic improvements to Class B and Class C type buildings. If you'd like to learn more about green leasing, I encourage you to look into organizations that focus and have several research topics on this, including the Institute for Market Transformation and BOMA International. This video is proudly sponsored by CANOA, an innovative AI-powered collaborative platform designed for our community. With CANOA, you can create and share data-rich mood boards, layouts, and product schedules with your team. Our unwavering mission is to empower individuals to craft superior spaces. To explore the possibilities, sign up for your complimentary account by the link provided.